I will start again. So we want to make that house ready. So the textures are today important. So we need to make here this wooden material in green. So at first we take here that one maybe. Give here a new material, call it green wood. Then we go with the pipette to that color there. So we take here color on the color self, and then here's the pipette. You can take that, click there, and you see we have that color is a little bit too dark, so we can make it here lighter. So it's like that. So we have the base color there, but it should have a wood texture as a 3D effect. So we take here the node editor again, bring that here to the side, and to close here the panel, and to close that panel, bring here up the UV image editor. Then we have here our diffuse material that we take here an input texture coordinates. We take here mapping, add vector mapping, connect the UV with the vector, click here to texture. We need now a wooden texture, so add texture, image texture, connect vector with vector, open up, go to our texture folder and look for some wood. We can take that here that we take last time and use that as a displacement for that. So we take that color, but we say this image should be the displacement for that, and we have then green wood. But it is too strong most of the time, so we take here converter, a math converter, bring it between, give them here a multiply, and go here to some like 0.1 or so. That is maybe too less, I see. So 0.1. Think that can work. So we have to unwrap them all. I will try it with Smart UV project. Not the best way, you see it's not proportional. We try Q-Purate projection. Also looks bad, I see. So we go here and get this yeah, there's one here, and then we make it from U, then we take here all with A, rotate 90, scale X, and grab. So that for me is the best. Scale Y. But it isn't that sharp there. I don't know why. Maybe the effect is too strong. But it's there, and I think the effect is too strong. So we take here 0.3. Normally that's too strange too. And you see that it's tiled. So scale Y. That must be it. Ready to go. Good. So we make it now with all this other stuff here. Many work for sure. green wood, and I don't know exactly, we can mark more than one and give them all green wood. No, that was the problem. But when you join them together, then you can give them one color. Yeah, we can make it. So we join all this stuff together. Join, and all is in this color, but we must adjust each one for this 3D effect there. So here we have the same cream wood. We can join it to that one if you like. Then each red one is not really red, it is green. So we join it, and we take here the green wood, and here we select that all two, join that, and give them that green. So here too. So that one. Join. Good. And as we see, we have no problem here. The wall is not the wall color, it is all the green wood. So and here is it's inverted, but we take here the white stuff and join that together and give them the green. Then here too, that is green. No, now it's green. Oh, it was wrong one. I want to delete this white one so that we can join with the other. So, and normally we need there. Oh, we wait. So we have that here. We need that one. Is it an array? No. So we can mark them by hand. Join them and give them that green. Good. So we have that. We now need here the wall stuff itself. Sure, we are not ready with that, but we go up plus. We call it puts again. I told you that in the last tutorials. In Germany, that's the word for that wall color there. We can take here the same as here is, so A to select all, Control C to copy, go to the other material, Control V to plug in, delete what we don't need, and connect the rest. So for that puts, we sure need our materials, so we change here the image. In our texture folder we have that puts material, and that is here, but it's near to white. I don't see them here. Why? Ah, we must plug it into the color too. So sure. Yes. So we simply should take here the walls and give them that white material, and we make it here from view and unwrap. So unwrap from view, and it's not that white, it is our puts material that we want, and we see it here, and we want to scale that to a size that makes sense for us. And it should be a little yellow like that is there. So you see it is gray something else there. So we bring here between the image and the diffuse, we bring in their color mixer, RGB mix, and there we give a little yellow in. You can make it hard yellow, white, or little yellow. You have to factor, you can play with them, how many should be that and floated by them. I think something like that will be work. Good. We have done the two, so we have to make it the rest of this waltz in that puts color there. So you from view, all the same, but we must scale here also. Good. And here only the top one, because down there comes this stone wall. Good, so we have that. Here comes stone wall 2, so only that left here. That one. So unwrap from view, scale down. Here, there, there, and there. You unwrap from view, scale down. Good. So we have our puts on the house. Backside we don't need, it stands on the wall. Oh, forgot in the front here. So we have to take here the front and this faces there, and give them this puts material too, and from view, scale. Good. That one here is white. Why it is white, I don't know. It's green. Good. So we have to make the roof. So here is any white left, so we can delete that, and the red too. So delete that, delete that. So we need for the house itself the stone material. So new stone wall. We must look at the original, what we have there. This rough stone. Good. So we place here Control V, plug that notes in, delete what we don't need, and open up here our image texture and get some rough stone. So here, think that can be such like that, or like that, or that. Yeah. Good question. Next question, I think, for the style. That is better. Good. We have to place that. The brick is there, but we see nothing because we haven't plugged it into the diffuse. So now we should see that. We have to bring it there and there. So stone wall assign. Oh, here too. Stone wall assign. Wow, not there. Okay. Make that one, view, from view, unwrap, scale down. Good. Then we make it here also. Stone wall, sign, unwrap from view, scale down. Then add this, and this wall. UV from view, unwrap, stone material, sign, scale down. Yeah, so we have the base done. Here we can make that, but you don't see that, so who cares? So file save as new number 4, save as. Good. The roof is to do, and the windows, and we have here some arrows. So we go into the house and bring that there down, that there down, that we have there. Good space. Then we see here we have to cut. So we go here in wireframe mode, but here we don't see anything. Not good. Solid mode. We don't see here anything. That's no good. Plan to cut there somewhere, but we try. Knife from there to there, cut. Face selection. Yeah, we have a EPA. Good. So we can give there this stone thing and scale that simply up, and we have that. Good. So the roof is on fire, not here. So plus new roof and Control V to plug that into here. Delete what we don't need. Get here our texture from the texture folder. It should be that one here, the tiles. It should be the color into the diffuse. So we have the material here. Then we can select our bases and say assign and UV unwrap from view and scale it here. Same we do on the other side. So roof assign U from view, scale down. So we have done that too. Here we have to bring there this puts. So we bring it there. UV from view, and we have that. Good. File, save. Now we want to make the windows for sure, and it will be nice when we have there over all this wooden texture stuff. Yeah, we must make it manually. That's very much work. Here at this roof, I thought we can make another one that we mix that with some green stuff on the roof. So we take here a mix node, mix shader, it take separate diffuse, so Shift D simply, and plug it here into. But we take another image, Shift D there, plug it in there, and we go in our texture folder, and there we have this green mouse there. I think that was it. Yes. And we want to mix that on the roof. You see he mixed it now 50-50. You can look how that looks. Not so bad, but not as strong as I think that is good. So we take there, add an internal texture from Blender that is noise, and connect the color as a factor, so we can control here where that should be there. Then we can make that all darker and harder by adding contrast or color ramp. In this case we will make it with color ramps. So converter, color ramp between the image and diffuse, and Shift D the same by the down image there. So we can now handle here how strong this effect should be. So we can move here that one. That is a factor thing. So I think we take here better another one. I see it. We take here at the contrast better and plug that in, and then we take here high contrast of 2. Then we plug here also only Shift D contrast between. Yeah, that looks much better. Yeah, for the hardness there we can maybe go higher. That makes sense there. And we can invert that, so we bring that there. Ooh. Yeah, that is better. But that is too hard. So back to point 303 to part2. So 003. That should work, and it worked. Sure, we can make now glossy on there, so we have more this effect that it shines somewhere. So, or we can make the diffuse higher here. One, I see it. So it was 003. So that is the reference there. So we have that, and if we want glossy there, we have to mix that again. So Shift D, place one between the diffuse and the mixer, and we want to have a glossy there. So add shader, glossy shader, and bring him on there. You see now it's glossy, but it is white glossy, so we give them the texture color as reference. That looks better, and it should have a high roughness so that the shine is only a little. Yes, good. And as reference to mix that, we can also take the texture itself, so that makes the difference where it shines. The same you can do here with the green material there. Take a mix shader, glossy shader, Shift D, and bring it there. Take this mix shader between the diffuse there and plug it here into. Give this green image as color for glossy, and say the factor for the mixing should be that image 2. So we have done that. Little effects, but they make some difference. For sure you should do that with the glossy on all materials, not only for the roof there, so that can make the difference here by the stones and this other stuff there. Good. Material, file, save. Good. We have to plug in the windows. So plus new window. We take here this node setup, Control V, plug in. Delete what we don't need. Connect this stuff, but we must change there some. So we first need a normal material. So for this window entire place things, then we need here an add mix shader. We need there a class shader, but as you've seen at the last times, a class shader alone is not enough, so we take this class shader, take here mix shader, Shift D, place them there, get the class in there, plug there shader, transparent shader, and plug them down under, get them all, can border select there all, that is all possible there. And now we take here light path, so input light path, and say that the shadow shouldn't include that class material, so take it as a factor. That we bring now from the one mix shader to the other mix shader. There is the other mix shader with the black material, and we take them there. Then we need something to mix that correctly, and class has no bump there, but we take here, we done that before, this one here, but we have to turn that before we set that. So I simply go there in our texture folder, where we have a texture, then this one, take it with GIMP, and simply picture, rotate it 90 degrees, yes, and export it as rectangle 3 in our texture folder. Yes, export. Thanks a lot. Good. close GIMP. We're now back here. We have that rectangle 3, and that we want to use now. So we go here and reload that, and we have it here. So we can take that. The color you see not in a moment, because we have not the factor. So we take that rectangle as factor, and you see that is black and that is glass. We want to invert that, so we simply plug that black down and the glass top, and then we have that. Also, that makes here this a little bit harder to see here really, yeah, that there is a window, and I take it to add, so it gets harder. So we have to set the windows there. So we go in the house and say assign, and you unwrap from view, and simply scale that, and we see the windows there. Then the same here with the front window there. You unwrap from view, window, assign, scale up, and that was all windows. File, save. Then we have also the doors. There must be some picture of a shop there. So we simply go in the texture folder. You can search it on texture.com and search there for window with some shop style in there. I take that one here, copy and paste it in my texture folder. You can take each one that you like. So we have that one, and I take that as the inner part, interior. Ooh, that was wrong. So plus new inside. Control V to plug that in. Delete what we don't need. Open up our window there. It's that one. Then we plugged it in the diffuse, but we don't want to use the diffuse here. Such pictures must lighten a little, so we add here an image shader. There are no shadows possible on it, so that makes sense to do such. Then we take that picture here too. Hope we find it. Shop texture, yes. Now we get here this one and say inside should be assigned there, and you unwrap from view. We can now scale that up, put it a little away there, and then it looks like there is an inner space with some stuff to sell. Same we can do here. Inside assign UV, scale up and grab it here by the side, and then we have there also look into. Good. File, save. Normally you must now take all this wooden stuff here, singular, and place them on that map there. So from view, scale up, set it. Next one, from view, scale up, scale Y. And so you have to do that with all this stuff. I don't must show that. You understand what I mean. It's a simple thing, but it makes it more realistic. And we must work then on the material itself, because that wooden material that we have in the moment, it's basic and nothing special, and we want to make special houses and no standard houses, so we have to do that a lot. But before we should do that standard types there, yeah, it's nervy, I know. Good, so we have that ones, that long one. Scale X, make it a little bit brighter maybe. So that one we have. So file, save, and when you now see here the difference, you don't see it so clearly now because they have no glossy in the moment, but that is a big, huge difference between having that or have that. So I think you should use that, but you see the things are there. You can look into, you have the windows there and the roof all is on. So my work is done. You can make here that all fine and give them here that glossy, add thing too. You can mix it with two colors with the image as a reference, as you know. And yeah, so we have done that house, and see you in the next tutorial. Thanks a lot.